and Moses gang. Hold on, man. This video is called, let me put it on Do Not Disturb. This video is called The First Time I Ever Popped a RHINO. Now, if you don't know what a RHINO is, it's a pill for, it's one of them. It's one of those pills, it's for, to be more intimate with your female, right? You might have heard of blue chews or honey packs or what have you. Now, how did I hear of RHINOs? RHINOs, I heard first from a dude named AD. He used to be on the No Jumper show. Now he has the Fig Community World. And at the end of the day, one of the reasons I say at the end of the day so much, but I'm gonna tell you the full story. So I took the RHINO because I met this woman that I had a baby with, my girl, shout out to her, on the internet, on Facebook. You might have heard of it. I was going live. We were doing some intellectual podcasts and things like that, and she ended up jumping in my live. We end up, loving on each other. I flew her out to Chicago, right? But at the end of the day, I was broke. I was out of shape. I was drinking a lot, smoking Newport 100 menthols, not good for you. And I didn't really show her that good of a time. I took her to the mall. It was 15 degrees outside. At some point, it was like -10. We got into one argument. We just laid in the bed and watched TV. Not a good experience for the first time going to Chicago, man. And I was broke I was so broke I could cry, as Offset would say, right? My hair was messed up. I was just all rough around the edges. Not a good experience, but we still stayed with each other. We still stayed strong. Now, the first time I ever been to LA, no. This was the second time I went to LA, right? And then, mind you, I'm working at Amazon. I'm in shape. Stopped drinking so much. Stopped smoking so much. But this particular time, I believe if I went to LA, I came to LA in March for my birthday, March 29th, for like 3 days. I think I came back in what's up, man? I came back in I want to say it was the summer, bro, or May, right? Let's just say May. I rented a little Airbnb. I don't want to tell you exactly where it is, but I rented a little Airbnb, went to the gas station, got me a RHINO. What's up, Liberty? We in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Now, I made it real romantic, man. I got some pink roses. I got like 2 dozen, 3 dozen pink roses. My silly ass, I bought the roses in Chicago and put them in my carry-on. And then I took the petals. I made a trail of rose petals from the driveway all the way to the bed, and covered the bed in roses, Snickers, Hennessy. I got a little fifth of Hennessy, some Chinese food, real romantic, right? Snicker bars, chocolate, strawberries, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Valentine's Day, no, it was like May, right? But I was trying to turn it into Valentine's Day. And then she got there. I was like, baby, why don't you take your shoes off, find something to watch on TV? We had it was a little studio Airbnb, real romantic, right? So I goes in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, I'm about to tear this motherfucker up. I went in the bathroom. I had that RHINO, and it's a big-ass clear capsule with the pill inside. And my silly ass at the time, mind you, I'm 28 at the time. I'm healthy, young, strong, black man, taking care of my body, taking care of my business. I'm thinking I'm like, these niggas swallow this whole pill? But it wasn't. It was just the capsule was inside the little plastic container. And I was like, oh, okay. I unscrewed it or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. It's a little black pill. I read the instructions. Now, mind you, before this, I had did my research. People have been, it says no headaches on the front of the package. That's not necessarily true. Somebody said, when I was reading on the Reddit, somebody was saying that their nose bled and they had a headache and their heart was beating fast for like 3 days. So I'm thinking it's I don't know what I thought of. I'm thinking it's like Viagra. I'm like, damn, am I gonna be hard for like the next week or what? Cause I'm healthy. This is probably gonna last for like more than 3 days. Now, AD was saying that he would pop the RHINO so he would be able to perform, so women would be able to be inspired to give him money because he was not doing so well financially in life, right? I'm not a YN. I'm actually too old. I mean, I was 28 at the time. That was during the pandemic. That's why I was able to fly back and forth to LA. Nigga, them tickets was like sometimes $175. You dig? I just got my taxes and my COVID check, and I had a job, nigga. I was coming out here, bro. One time I came out here like every 2 weeks. I was coming out here and cracking her, bro. Or no, it wasn't just to make love. It was we spent time together. We went to the beach. You know what I'm saying? We went to Rouse, went grocery shopping. We took long romantic walks to the liquor store, things like that. Walked around the neighborhood, drank some Henny, smoked some L. It is what it is, right? Rented some real romantic K-Town, expensive ass hotel. Just beautiful, bro. Just beautiful. But anyway, so this what happened. I ate the rhino, drank some Henny, drank a beer, and then it was time. I'm thinking it's gonna kick in. I'm just gonna be rock solid as soon as I pop it. It said it's gonna take like an hour to kick in, so I'm trying to delay it. I'm like, nah, baby, just wait. We just kick it, watch a little TV, and I start feeling it. I was like, ooh, yeah, let's go, let's get it, man. Yeah, it was there. Now, when I was a little younger, mind you, I've done things to my body. I put a lot of toxins in my body. Perks, Henny, a lot of things. So at some point when I was younger, my thing would be so hard it would hurt. You hear me? That's the same effect I got. It's like, yup. Yankees or Dodger Stadium or Butterballs. Academics was good. You're funny, bro. I look young. I am young in spirit, man. That's why see, that's the thing, bro. When people go through things, yes, you gain maturation, but I got my youth, man. I like to look young. It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. People think I'm 24, 25 still. the flattery. But no, I'm like a medium. I'm like a medium rare OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an OG quite yet. I'm not in the unk status. But at the end of the day, I popped that rhino. I waited an hour. I started feeling that sensation going on my spine. My heart did start beating a little bit faster. It was probably because of the Henny, just a little bit. But I was like, yeah. Have you ever, if you're familiar with that movie, The Mask, nigga, I forgot his little catchphrase, but that was definitely, man. We did our thing for a good 2 hours, bro. A good 2 hours. And that pill did last like 3 days. But at the end of the day, because I had so much energy and focus, I was able to I had confidence in my ability to be able to take my time and actually put it down, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, would I recommend it? I would recommend it if you're over the age of, like, if you're in your 40s. But at the end of the day, I don't recommend people drinking coffee. Like, if you drink coffee and you're not a coffee drinker, if you're caffeine sensitive, yeah, coffee is going to enhance your experience in the bedroom. That's going to do that. But I don't think you need to do that, bro. It's just certain types of foods. If you work out for 15 minutes a day, if you do a light workout, you know what I mean? If you do 10 push-ups, 30, if you do 30 push-ups to 50 push-ups, if you could crank out, maybe 20 pull-ups, and you can do curls, light curls, 50 times, you know what I mean? Throw in some cardio, some burpees. Your sexual experience shouldn't be like crappy. You do have to take care of your body. You do have to eat the right foods. You do have to eat living foods. You cannot survive off of fast food. And, take 2-3 days out the week where you don't eat meat. Only eat red meat once a week. I try to eat red meat as little as possible. Eat you some chicken, eggs, protein. Definitely eat a lot of fruit. So when you spill that gallon of nut in her throat, it tastes sweet. Bro, I heard this one story where this chick said that she did not like messing with her I guess her baby daddy, she said every time he busted a nut, the whole room would stink. And I'm like, what are you putting in your body for that to happen? That's gross, my nigga. But John Jones said nobody thinks that at all. 24, my ass, you're at least 35. People do think that. And you think I'm at least 35 because I just said it. I said I was 28 during the pandemic, but I appreciate the sentiment. But nah, people do people do think that though, and cause how I act and how I dress. But yeah, I mean, if you're young, bro, if you're under the age of 30 and you don't have any health issues, you don't need to be taking. You definitely don't need to be taking any rhinos, bro. Cause AD, shout out to him. AD is an alcoholic, and AD was definitely looking for some enhancements so he could live a certain lifestyle. But it does last for 3 days. I don't think I got a headache per se. But I was also, like I said, I was drinking Hennessy, I was drinking beer, and I was taking full advantage of my body. Definitely, if I was like, and then the thing about me is, I don't watch pornography. And I don't understand can, how corn gives people erectile dysfunctions. That's just wild to me. But you do have to understand, I've had ADHD, which I didn't even know. My mom didn't even tell me I had ADHD until I was like 22. But I always thought, because I was like, oh, damn, I got adult ADHD. She was like, nah, you don't have adult ADHD. Nigga, you been having that shit. We just didn't want to tell you because we don't want you to have a crutch. You know, they tested me for ADD when I was in like middle school. I know it was like an hour-long test, and the results were like inconclusive, and they said I was like on the spectrum for ADD, but they already knew I was ADHD, so I don't know why I don't, whatever the case may be. Black parents do what they want to do, but so yeah, that was my first experience. I did take it 2 more times, but the third time my heart was beating way too fast on that second or third day, and the fact that you can feel it being in your system and circulating, and then you can feel it when it's subsiding. I don't need that shit. I never have. Hopefully, I won't need it. But really, just take care of your body, man. Just invest in yourself. Just like I said, do 15, do some low energy, some low intense workouts. Especially if you're my age, you don't need to be working out all intense like you're training for the Olympics. Just take 15 minutes out your day, bro. Put on some good music, put on some good jazz, and just while you're on the phone with the bros, just lift or do some push-ups. What you doing over there, bro? What you over there jacking off? No, I'm doing push-ups, freaky boy. Just like all the shit. You could be doing 10 push-ups right now. You could be, bro, get you a pull-up bar. You know what I'm saying? Get you some 10-pound weights. You could do 50 pull-ups on some 10-pound weights. Put them in your backpack and hit you some pull-ups or something like that. Eat you some fruits. If anything, make sure all your fruit has seeds in it, because the fruit that doesn't have seeds in it, they inject with estrogen, and it makes your balls smaller. Stop eating soy products, because soy products lower your testosterone. Anything that you have to burn or set on fire to put in your body lowers your testosterone. Anything that you have to heat for the active ingredient to be in your system lowers your testosterone. Beer, marijuana, cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? Certain foods. What else will we have to say that you don't even know? Like I said, all seedless fruit lowers your testosterone. You know what I'm saying? Watching pornography lowers your testosterone. Just keep your testosterone high. I'm not going to get my testosterone tested because I can tell. I know my body. Stop busting gallons of nuts all over the nation. I'm on today would be day 13 of semen retention. It raises your testosterone. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, when you do certain things, just like, for example, right now, alcohol actually converts testosterone to estrogen. So doing semen retention can actually be detrimental to a certain extent. If you're a stone cold alcoholic, I mean, having more testosterone to convert to estrogen is not necessarily a good idea. right? So just take care of yourself, and you don't have to pop a rhino. And if you feel like your bed game is not all that, cheat on your wife and get some second and third opinions. No, I'm just playing. Stay faithful to your wife. She's probably cool, but no, I wouldn't recommend a rhino, especially if you're not healthy, especially if you're gonna be drinking Hennessy, which I didn't even drink like that. I was sober mostly for my 30th birthday. Um, that March when I had came out here, and I wasn't drinking like that even towards May. And I was working at Amazon and I was a vegetarian. The only time I broke my vegetarian and veganism is when I came out here, because obviously I'm at someone else's house, I'm in someone else's backyard. I'm not gonna keep turning down every meal because she wants to eat, because she eats meat. Like, it's not that big a deal. But I would go back to the crib and be vegan and be vegetarian and all that jazz. But I think, to be totally honest, if I was an everyday average meat eater and I wasn't working out, I think those rhinos would have actually affected my health in a very detrimental way. So just take that into consideration. It does stay in your system for a good 24 hours. Every time you get hard, you're gonna be hard. Nigga, you're gonna be bricked up, as they say. You're gonna be bricked up. You're definitely gonna be gang banging with the dick power down there, bro. Trust me. It's gonna be some Super Saiyan God energy going down there, bro. It's gonna happen. You're gonna, nigga, your thing is gonna be hard as the iPhone. What is that? The iPhone 5. iPhone 5 case, bro. It's gonna be hard, bro. Your dick is gonna be harder than Asian arithmetic, bro. I hate when people say that, but it's definitely gonna be that. Nigga, your dick is gonna be harder than a black man's life in the south side of Chicago, bro. It's gonna be that, bro. So, bitch, you about to give me a copyright strike, Mexican ass nigga. But at the end of the day, shout out to Mexicans. But at the end of the day, stay away from the rhinos. Stay away from the blue chews, unless they want to sponsor me. Stay away from the honey packs. If you could put something that comes from the earth, something, bro, cranberry. What's that called? Not cranberry, bro. Is it? No. Beetroot juice, beetroot powder, bro. If you rub your penis with beetroot powder or just beetroot juice, and you like actually massage your shit, that'll increase the hardness. If you take a wet wash rag and do basically dick ups with the wet wash rag, that's gonna make your dick harder. It might not improve your actual performance, but you'll get more of a brick down there. Doing Kegels, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually taking care of your body, like having blood circulate. When you wake up in the morning, do a little light workout. Stretch, my nigga, before you go to bed, or when you come home, reset your nervous system. Do a little bit of just light workout. Just take care of yourself as a grown man, bro. Especially if you're a young man, bro. Get in enough sleep. Sleep is definitely underrated in my universe. Not watching pornography. I'm gonna do a video on this, but I deleted my social medias around my son's birthday. I deleted the actual apps off my phone. So that actually got pretty dark. Now I know I just spoke against the corn, but because I was getting so many dopamine hits from constantly posting and checking my Instagram and my Facebook, a player actually ended up getting curious and started watching a little bit of corn here and there. So, but not for the whole couple months that I've actually deleted my social media. That's only been for like the last month and a half out of the 3 months I didn't have social media. So that was interesting. But like I said, taking that wet towel, doing dick ups, just basically put the towel on your penis and make it jump. And that'll give you a stronger erection. Ancient African secret. That man is trying to go to jail. You about to wake up the motherfucking babies, nigga. I'm surprised he didn't set off anybody's car alarm. That nigga definitely just got his taxes. God damn. But just doing things like I said to raise your testosterone, doing intermittent fasting, meditating. That's my little secret too, bro. But if I meditate for about 10 minutes before I have set, or visualize my girl, climaxing and squirting all over my body, that really if you meditate, excuse me, if you meditate on what you want to do and the results that you want to get, excuse me, from your female, that's gonna make the bedroom experience much better. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not in your mid 40s or late 50s, you don't have to take a rhino. Just change your diet, ground yourself, meditate, take care of yourself, love yourself, say positive affirmations, and take a shower and put on some good cologne, bro. The higher your masculine energy is, the higher your vibration is, the better things that you put in your mouth to feed your body with, the better your sexual experience is gonna be overall. Not only just for you, for the woman, bro. Because females, of course, they use these ambiguous words like vibes, energy, which is a word that most people don't know what it means. Vibes, energy, aura, feelings. Nigga, when you actually increase your testosterone, show some discipline, stop busting nuts, stop watching corn. Corn is demonic. Corn is crack. Corn is just as bad as crack cocaine. It's not good for you, bro. It's not good for you. It might feel good. It might look good. It might taste good. It might be a great aid. But I'm telling you, it's the agent of the devil, bro. It's demonic, right? So take words or be a proverb. Take these wise words or be a proverb. As the late great Simple the P would say, let me know what you think about this information and how did you feel the first time that you took a rhino, and did this actually make you want to take a rhino more or less? Like I said, I'm gonna end with this. If you're a young man, or if you're an overweight dude, if you have titties, if you think that you might have weight problems, you have breasts as a man, you're not healthy, you definitely shouldn't be taking a ride. Nigga, if you're not willing to work out 10 to 15 minutes a day, or your job is not physical, you definitely shouldn't be taking a rhino, because it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you. It's basically like taking steroids, my nigga. So let me know what you think in the comments. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses. Make sure you hit that like button, man, especially if you're on that playback. Send this because I know everybody knows somebody that constantly takes rhinos. Nigga, tell him I said, bro, you need to stop taking them rhinos, because your heart is going to explode. Don't do it, nigga. Peace, gang. Like the video. Love y'all.